Hello everyone! So this is our first top secret hybrid show for the Young Female Entrepreneurs live stream. So if you're watching on iTunes or YouTube later, this is a live show that happens every 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern on Thursday nights at youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com/live. And for tonight, we're kind of having a little fun with it. It's our holiday gift guide episode. This was something we started at the beginning of the year with some fun New Year's resolution gift guide. We did one in the fall, and they're always one of our most popular pieces of content we put out there. So this is going to be a really fun show. Make sure that you stick around. We're talking about holiday gift guides, or the holiday gifts for young female entrepreneurs, made for, by young female entrepreneurs, or for young female entrepreneurs. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're back. So this is part of the fun thing. So what we're testing out, and this was like the last minute, last hour kind of a thing. I decided, hey, let's go ahead and just try this tonight and see how it works logistically. So we're doing a half Twitter chat, half live stream, half wherever you are chat. I've actually talked to a few people getting feedback and like asking, okay, what do you think about this? And they're like, isn't this kind of what you already do? I'm like, yes, a little bit, but we're tweaking things. We have to figure out exactly what this is called. It's a live online event, and it's from whatever platform you are on. So if you're just on Twitter, you're more than welcome to tweet in with YFE Chat. And if you guys can help me out, the ones that are watching the video, there's a tweet button right next to the video. It says Tweet YFE Chat. If you can tweet stuff about what we're talking, you can give shout outs to the brands that we're talking about for the holiday guide, that would be phenomenal. So you can see back here behind me is the Twitter chat. I don't have questions geared up usually. So for tomorrow night's Twitter chat, for example, this chat has been going on since the beginning of 2011. It's very popular. Awesome women attend, and it's nice because it just can be wherever you are. We talk about like topics that'll help us grow our businesses or just get to know one another. For example, tomorrow night's Twitter chat, that's at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, so it's a late night one, is all about mixing it up, learning, meeting each other, that type of a thing. So young women meeting one another, over on Twitter. And so tonight, thank you, Stacy, so much. So the Stacy Harris, at the Stacy Harris, is tweeting. She's saying that she's looking forward to the holiday guide. We've got Elle Chant S. ELLECHANTS. She's tuned in. Tiffany Silverberg's over there. Caffeine Keyboard's over there. So I'm kind of managing a couple things right now, the Twitter chat and also the chat. So wherever you guys are watching, go ahead and just chat in your picks for the holiday guide, that type of a thing. But we'll figure it out as we go. So tonight, like I said at the very beginning of the episode, if you're just tuning in live now, is all about the holiday guide. So things that will help us grow our businesses, make us feel better about ourselves, or just things that are cute. They're both for us to maybe treat yourself kind of a thing, or for us to give to friends and family, to husbands, that type of a thing. So I tried to run the gamut on this. And the nice thing about this, because this is an interactive experience, I'm really relying on the community to really provide the meat of the conversation. So we've got some crazy cool products that we're going to be talking about, but I want to know what your favorite products. So the first one we're going to be talking about is products. Then we're going to go into books and magazines. We're going to talk about some programs. We're going to talk about some entrepreneur gear. And then we're going to go into fashion, vacation, health, food, and tech. So we're going to keep going quickly through this because we have a lot of gifts. I had way more too on the list, and I had to cut a few, like 10. These shows are always the ones that take me the longest to prepare for, but they are so much fun. I sit down and I look through and like basically shop. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, Stacy is saying that she is just on Twitter. She can't get the video to work on her iPhone. So if you guys are having issues with the video on your mobile device, let me know, because this is actually so we're still kind of working this out, but for the last couple months, these streaming pieces have been with Ovaleye TV. So Ovaleye is a company that I'm an owner of, and we've been doing web hosting and cloud services for small businesses for the last couple years. And so now we're actually expanding into this live streaming technology. Very excited about that. So we're hosting the stream. Everything's with Ovaleye right now, and we're starting to do this for other people. So you can visit ovaleye.tv to find out more about that. That should be on the holiday gift guide. Gift yourself a live streaming show. Be your own Oprah. Right? The producer says yes, of course. All right, so let's go ahead and get started since we're on here. So thank you guys all for showing up to the chat if you're on live with me. I really appreciate it. Again, we'll be doing this every week through December to try and test things out, and I'm already sweating. It's so hot in here. So we're going to be tweaking things a little bit each week and problem solving so that we can really go full out with this beginning in January of 2013. So again, thank you guys so much. If you have any feedback, make sure that you email us at support@youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com or you tweet me at YFEntrepreneur, that type of a thing. So to get started, let's talk about products. So again, if you're watching live, there's people on their mobile phone on Twitter chat that can't see the video, or they're not on the video, they're on the Twitter chat. So make sure that you tweet this out for them, and I'll make sure after the show, when I do the recap, that we'll go through all the tweets and make sure that we highlight those people that are sharing what's happening on the live show. So for the first thing, the products, I wanted to kind of go and pay homage to one of my favorite talk show hosts, Carissa Danby of Small Businesses Do It Better. She has been featuring Shark Tank people for the last few months or so, as the Shark Tank is on right now on ABC. I'm sure a lot of you watch it. It's a show where small businesses or brands can go up and they basically pitch for an investment into their company in exchange for equity, and they're called the sharks that judge their products, right? So one of the products that we're featuring is a Freaker water bottle and beer koozie. So it's I have some images up here. This guy was such a, he's a little different. So the way that I was reminded about it, because I was trying to find a product by Schoolhouse that I could showcase. Schoolhouse is a company I was made aware of last summer, and they are actually selling this. So if you buy it through Schoolhouse, that's a young female entrepreneur-owned company. Freaker is a younger entrepreneur. It's all made in USA, kind of like Schoolhouse. And it's a koozie, but it's a sweater type of material. It fits over any glass or any bottle, that type of a thing. And so you're able to put it on your water bottle if you're a yoga person, or you can put it on a beer bottle if that's what you guys do at your offices. So yeah, that's really fun. It's over at freakerusa.com, and I actually have, I believe, the website up on the back TV. So again, if you guys are watching, tweet out asking what people's favorite holiday guide products are. And again, for the next few weeks, we're just going to be tweaking this model a little bit with this hybrid Twitter chat / video kind of thing. So make sure you show up every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, as we bring on guests and we do some interesting things with it. So again, Freaker is at freakerusa.com. We'll have all of this information, all the links up at youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com the next day, or you can find us on iTunes or on YouTube too. So the next products are from secondglass.com. So Second Glass is a company that I believe started off really as an event company for wine lovers, and it was supposed to give the less uppity type of a wine experience to people that enjoy wine or want to enjoy wine, or curious about the whole wine tasting experience. They were featured in Inc. 30 Under 30 a couple years ago, maybe last year or so. And they actually have a store now so that you can purchase products that they featured at their events later on. And so, for example, this one is a Party in a Box 4-pack, which I thought was really creative. It's $65 for a box of wine, so you can kind of taste the different varieties based off of the different companies that produce them. So this one is a Rockwall Wine Company, and it's actually produced by a mother or a father-daughter team, and which I thought was really cool. He's been in the wine industry for some time, and then he brought her on, and it's made, as they say on the website, you guys can tweet this out, it's Second Glass, again, is the company, and it's made in a mother effing hanger, which I thought was, so they just put cute little they make things, they just make it fun. They make wine tasting fun, discovering wine fun. And so watch out for that. And one of my favorite things about doing these gift guides is that we get to tell stories, right? When we give these gifts. So we give people a bottle of wine, or we give people a koozie, and you can tell a story when they open up the gift, or you gift whoever it is that you're gifting in your family. You can say, oh, this person was on Shark Tank and they have this really cool story. Or this is one of my favorite things about gift giving is the story behind the different things that you find. So the next one, going along with the Ink 30 Under 30, Birchbox, so a lot of you are familiar with Birchbox.com, right? It's all about discovering new products, new hair pieces, lotions, makeup, that type of a thing. But recently they've expanded into men. So I was excited about this because one of their spokespeople that they had on a commercial that was online was Gary Vaynerchuk, which I just thought was interesting because their market it feels like it's very young female entrepreneur based, or like that entrepreneur kind of a mindset person who's interested in tech and knows who Gary Vaynerchuk is, right? So I thought just as a business standpoint that was really interesting. I don't know about you guys. I'm on the chat, so if you have any points that you want to throw in, if you use Birchbox, whatever it is. I gifted my mom Birchbox a while back, and she loved it. And I think Birchbox is the ones that say that their mission is to delight people. I think that's the word they use, is delight. And it is. You find out what's in the box, and it's always exciting. So they've expanded into men and also into home, which I should be coming up on the back screen. And so the home products is a little bit more spendy of a box, but I still thought it was kind of an interesting type of a thing, especially if you're doing a hostess gift or you're doing just a gift to your mom. My husband personally probably wouldn't go for the men box, but I know my brother would for sure. Because it's really interesting. And this again is a little bit more expensive than the female oriented box because it goes outside of just beauty. It's fun lifestyle products too. So again, check out Birchbox.com. It's owned by young female entrepreneurs, and it's really made originally for the young female entrepreneur, or the young female at least, in mind. So now we get into a couple interesting products that are not necessarily made by young women. The first one was a recommendation by Tiffany Silverberg of TiffanySilverberg.com. She's a copywriter that's very involved with the YFE community, and she gave some, we're going to have a few products actually that she recommended in the show that I really loved too. So the first one is of the products that she recommended was Lock and Load, and I think I have this on here too. Yeah, Lock and Load Java. And so Tiffany is a military wife, a military spouse, and one of the things that I love about the young female entrepreneur community is you really get to hear about these interesting subsets of the entrepreneurial ecosystem, if you will. So Tiffany, along with a number of other women, have companies that they can easily move from one city to the other as their spouse moves around with their military duties. So I always appreciate her perspective in the community. And Lock and Load Java is a company that's actually owned by a veteran, and it's not coming up, unfortunately, on the iPad. But I thought it was really interesting. It's coffee. And so one of the things that's interesting, I was looking for a coffee to feature because that's something, obviously, that's a staple. I shouldn't say obviously. I know a number of young women that just do tea or something like that, or water, shun the coffee altogether. But I was looking for a coffee to feature, so I love that we could feature this coffee in particular. And then I was also looking for, and you guys can, this is my little chance to kind of give a rant or whatever, a chance for you guys to give me feedback. So I always am excited about when I wake up in the morning putting Coffee Mate in my coffee. I don't know if any of you guys do that. I haven't done it in the last year or so. When I'm at home, I use almond milk because of the Coffee Mate, the preservatives, and it's not very great. And I'm sure a lot of you agree with me. Are there any coffee milks that are flavored that are good for you? If you know of one, comment on the video, add it into the chat, whatever it is, and let me know so that I can check it out. I've always loved coconut creamer, and then the peppermint one, especially at the Christmas holidays. I really miss that. So let us know in the chat. So the next product I wanted to bring up, so these are all things that you can gift people that are made by young female entrepreneurs, or that a young female entrepreneur would be interested in. So the next one is Man Cans. Yes, called Man Cans. And it's by a kid. It's this little kid. I shouldn't say kid anymore. He's a teenage boy. And he created man cans after his sister was doing some fundraising with candles that smell very girly, right? Most candles do smell very girly. And so he said, why aren't any cans made for a dude or a boy? And so he developed these candles that are, I think there's like bacon, there is campfire. It's like manly smells that men like, gunpowder. And so it's this kid, and he started making these out of quality ingredients, and his mom had leftover soup cans in her kitchen, and so he would pour the candle wax into the soup can. So interestingly enough, he turned this into a social enterprise so that he buys soup from a local grocery store is what it says on his website. He gives it to a soup kitchen or like some type of a food bank where they give out soup or give out food. And then they take the recycled cans and clean them out and then pour the candles in there. So you're giving back and buying a nice candle for your husband or your brother or whoever it is. So very cool product, very cool business too. I love examples of that where you're thinking kind of outside the box, you're helping other people and you're still able to deliver a quality product. So it's always exciting. So the last product I want to end it on is there is the Erin Condren Life Planner. So the Erin Condren Life Planner, I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with. I'm just noticing that this is black over here. The Condren Planner is, I think most of you have one. It's gorgeous. I've been looking at it for some time. They have 2012 to 2013 life planners available. But if you go to their website at erincondren.com, you can find a number of different holiday pieces. So they even have, I believe, business cards. They have holiday cards, any type of paper that's very colorful. And I think a lot of young women are definitely attracted to the aesthetic that Erin Condren has provided. But I love the life planners because they just make sense for our life, right? So you're a young female entrepreneur, you have business items to be taken care of, you have maybe a babysitter you need to help out, you have things that you have to work on for your husband, you have all sorts of different facets of your life, and it fits in nicely with this planner. And there's something about using, yes, we all have iPads, we all have our iPhones, but it's just something really convenient about being able to write it down. And you guys can chat or tweet in and let me know if you guys use a paper planner still, or if you still just use the mobile phone or your iPad. But I'm still very much a paper person still, even as a web host and all that stuff that we do. I still like to cross things off paper. Yeah, so Tiffany agrees. But Tiffany, you are a copywriter. It's so hard for her to give up paper. I totally agree. So we just talked about products. If you're just tuning in live, this is our holiday gift guide. Yeah, Sandy Sadu, she's also all about the paper. Sandy was one of our YFE chat hosts a while back. She's fantastic. I actually got a chance to talk with her over Skype and really enjoyed it. Yeah, so we just talked about products, and now we're going to move on to books. We've got 2 books here, and this was really hard for me to narrow down. So the first book is the book club book, The Pumpkin Plan, which, are you guys on the chat? Are you on Twitter chat? Make sure that you tweet out to Jules and Christina. Their Twitter handle is Kickstart Kitchen without the E at the end. This is a fantastic book club. I'm absolutely loving it. They ask really insightful questions that just kind of wrap things up as you're reading the book. The book is by Mike. He makes fun of himself in the book too about this and how you pronounce his last name. Michalowicz? Okay. And he does a great job of kind of wrapping up key concepts. We're reading it actually as a company at Oval Eye, and a number of us have noted that there's a couple little themes that we've seen in other books, but the way that he wraps it up is just nicely encompassing. He talks about weeding out bad seed clients, which has been something that I've enjoyed looking at. So if you go to kickstartkitchen.com/book-club, I think is the domain name, you can sign up for their free book club. It's the Young Female Entrepreneur Book Club of Choice. So check them out. And also check out that book, especially over the holidays. If you're taking any time off or going on a road trip, you can go to audible.com, or actually go to audibletrial.com/ovaleye, and you can pick up a free audio download of that. So you don't actually have to become a member or pay for it or anything like that. It's a free book. And that's of course, a sponsored link from Ovali. So you're also supporting young female entrepreneurs at the same time. So By Invitation Only is my second book recommendation. The only other book that I'm going to say that I have on my holiday list is By Invitation Only by Alexis Maybank and Alexandra Wilson of the Guilt Group. And I've heard phenomenal things about this book. And I'm just trying to find the right time to read it. They do not have this on an Audible version, and so actually sitting down to pick it up on a Kindle or, on an actual book paper format has been a little challenging for me, but it's on my list. If you've read it, make sure that you tweet out to the YFE chat with the hashtag or put it in the chat and let us know what you think of it. So yeah, Stacey Harris is on the chat too. She's saying that she keeps all of her yearly goal stuff on paper and her daily to-do lists, but the majority of all of her calendar really is online. And I think that that's a number of us. We have kind of hybrid calendars and keep them half on, half off. So those were our two books. We talked about products before that. We're doing the YFE Holiday Gift Guide. And this is the first in a series of 4 weeks in December that we're going to be testing out this live YFE chat / video stream event that we're going to do every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. So if you're here tonight and you're thinking, this could be interesting, come back next Thursday because we're going to tweak it a little bit and make it even better for you. So looking at the magazines piece, so I've got 2 magazines here. The first one, I was invited as a YFE host to this Marie Claire event. And I should make a disclaimer too, first of all. I was not paid to mention any of these products, okay? I was not given free products or anything like that. These are just things I'm really excited about. And I think you'll all be excited about, and members of our community are excited about and suggested. So Marie Claire is the first one. I was invited to a Marie Claire event last month as a YFE host, and they have an at-work supplement that I received at the end of the event, and I'd never seen it before, and it was so cool. It spoke exactly to me, and I know that's why they created this supplement, was to reach this new audience, this little group, I guess, of women that young female entrepreneurs really reaches. And I thought they did such a fantastic job. A lot of gorgeous fashion, beautiful imagery. That particular copy had Chelsea Handler on the cover, and it was a fantastic article, and it really spoke to the young female professional too, that has a lot of different things going on in her life. So I really enjoyed that magazine. And the second one is Success Magazine, and I was going to have my copy here to show you, but I didn't grab it, so I apologize. But Success Magazine has Katie Couric on the latest version. We get it as for Ovali. We get a copy and we all kind of pass it around, and it's awesome. It's very inspirational. There's little tips in there to make you just keep you positive, and that's one of the feedback from young female entrepreneurs that show up to our online events or that meet in real life, is that they just want to be motivated. They want to feel inspired afterwards, and that magazine does a great job of it. So if you're looking for little daily doses of inspiration, make sure that you check it out. Yeah, so at Lelle Chant S. Make sure that you follow her on Twitter. She's saying that she loves Marie Claire at Work issues and that she rereads them over and over again. It's very motivational, and I totally agree with you. So I think that's great that others have identified with that too. So we're going to move on to some programs, and this is where it gets really exciting because we actually... I just went into a couple of our young female entrepreneur groups and quickly... really didn't even do too much. I told some of the leaders in our community that we were doing the show and didn't make too much of a fuss about it, and asked, okay, do you have any products that you would like featured on the show? And a few people actually responded. They didn't have a whole lot of time either, and so it was really, I'm very thankful that they put in their products. So the first one is by Sandy Sadhu. And like I was saying, Sandy was a YFE chat hostess. I've spoken with her on Skype. She's awesome. And she has this product called Stuck to Unstoppable. And it's all about basically making sure, because I know a lot of you are interested in creating these ebooks or any type of information product, something that's online. And she actually gave you guys an offer. So it's a $15 discount for YFEs. You use the code YFE. So it would be $22 for the ebook, and for any purchase November 29th through December 6th, she'll do a drawing and pick 3 people for a 30-minute one-on-one coaching. And I'll have the links over at youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com. But Sandy's website, let me make sure that I have that up because I don't think I put that up. From stucktounstoppablelaunch.com. I believe you can find out more information about that. Let me just make sure I've got that right with Sandy because I think she's on the chat still. Yeah. Perfect. So yeah, definitely check out her product because I know, like I said, a number of you are trying to get that ebook out there and an information product. And so she's basically telling you guys how to do that. Very cool about that. So, perfect, Sandy. Thank you. So the next one is by Bombshell 2013 Workshop. Okay, so Michelle, let me pull this up to make sure that I'm reading everything else correctly. So she has another product, and it's a workshop is what it's called. And it is, she also created a discount code for YFEs. So you can get it at $67 instead of $75 with the code YFE. She said she got it really creative. Yep, that's Michelle. Michelle's been on a number of YFE chats, and she's always very active within the community. And this is just a little secret you guys can keep to yourselves, is that I've looked at Michelle's Twitter chat or her timeline to see who she's talking to, and she talks to the coolest people on Twitter. She's very well connected. Andy Hayes, Michelle, if you're listening, he's somebody that I actually have met virtually, and I absolutely adore him. And she tweets him every once in a while too, and I always get excited about that. But we have a couple. There should be a couple images with her product. But again, yeah, it's at Bombshell, and I love the name. So Michelle, Bombshell, that's cute. It's at bombshell.com/workshop 2013, and it's all about 2013 planning, systems, and strategy, and it's delivered over a one-day intensive. So make sure that you check that out and use the code YFE to get the discount on it. So the next product that I wanted to talk about, and it's nice because the 3 products that we got in here for as far as the programs where you could help grow your business in the next year, the next one is Idea to Income. And this one was actually one that was submitted late, and so I was going to not include it, but it was just it was really interesting. So let me see if I can pull it up so I can make sure that I read it right for you guys. So yeah, it's Idea to Income. It's a one-day group workshop, and it's to design, develop, and launch your next income stream in just a day. So it's a fun little title, and I'm trying to find yeah, it is. So it's Hey Shani, and I believe she found this out of the Bootstrap Book Club, but I could be wrong. Let me see if I find it over here. But again, it's all about growing your business in 2013, and I really appreciate that women are doing things in interesting ways so that you can be wherever you are and still be able to participate and grow your business and meet other young women that are doing the same thing, which is always very cool. So yeah, definitely check out youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com to make sure that you find out the link and all the fun information about discount codes and things like that the next day. So moving on, we're going to talk about just a few more categories, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. So again, you guys, thank you so much for showing up live and for testing out this live stream / YFE chat hybrid with us. So moving on to the entrepreneur category. So these are products that are made to motivate you, inspire you, and to kind of show off to other people that your life is different than theirs. So the first one is an I Am an Entrepreneur poster, and I thought this was crazy that this happened this way. So I was looking at the YFE LA Facebook group because I check in every once in a while in the cities and see what you guys are up to, and somebody pinned this poster and shared it in the group as just the image of it. And then the next day I saw Matt of he writes a blog called Life Without Pants, I think it is. You guys will have to correct me. It goes back. Go back to the other image. Yeah, there's one of the images of his blog. It's around that one. Yeah, that one, Life Without Pants. And so I followed his blog for a while, and I've looked at his graphic design studio, and so he actually tweeted out really randomly, I saw on the timeline that he saw his manifesto poster up, and I thought, oh, look at what his manifesto poster is. And it ended up being that print that the girl had posted, so I was really excited about it. You can all have the link up to where you can buy it. It's very affordable in the print, and it also gives back, which is always fun. You can go to Cool People Care, and it's $20, and you're able to hang it in your office or give it to your favorite entrepreneur. So the next one is the Bravo Tango Chase Your Dream shirt. Again, this was something that was recommended by Tiffany Silverberg of tiffanysilverberg.com. It's another military based company, which I'm sure all of you love to support as well. Chase Your Dreams is the title that's on the shirt, which I thought was motivating, inspiring, and it's a cute shirt too. So it's with Bravo Tango again, and the shirt again is really affordable. It's on sale actually right now at $14.99, and I'll have all of the links up on the youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com website. So the last one that's entrepreneur piece is Sweat Equity's Run LLC shirt. So this is a shirt that's a little older. I think I saw it first next year, and I don't think I've ever talked about it on Young Female Entrepreneurs before. But if you go to Sweat Equities, there's Run LLC, and I just thought it was really creative. Here's a picture of Scott Gerber. He's the one of the founders, the co-founder of the Young Entrepreneur Council, and he's wearing it. And if you go to the website, like Carissa's Felicity, she interviewed her on Small Businesses Do It Better. She models the shirt, and there's also a girl that's on there, and I just thought it was really cute. Definitely something I would wear to the gym. So check out the Run LLC shirt. So now we're getting into some fun stuff. We're getting into fashion, vacation, health, and food. And we're going to go pretty snappy through these. So the first one is Amanda Pearl Jewelry. And if you haven't followed her on Instagram yet, make sure you do. She's not necessarily, okay, so I shouldn't say that. I was going to say she's not necessarily a young female entrepreneur, but she is young, and I love following her because her backstory is that she danced for the Pacific Northwest Ballet, which is out here in the Seattle area, and as a dancer, I love to support anyone that comes from that background, and it's also, she's very creative, fashion-oriented, and her pieces are just beautiful. This is the Gobstopper. She posts these on Instagram all the time. And do you guys have these little pieces where you're like, okay, when I make it, this is what I'm going to get kind of a thing, where you have these goals and you have little trinkets that are your goals? She's one of my goal kind of a people where when I do well, I'm going to get Amanda Pearl. The bags that she has are often featured on red carpet events and in magazines and in style. I always see her purses in style actually, and I think, oh, I love Amanda Pearl. So anyway, check that out. Again, links over at youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com. Tiffany is saying that she loves Sweat Equity. It is funny, right? I totally agree with you. And Sandy Sadu, you're talking about a Holsti manifesto on the chat. You'll have to tell us more about that. So moving on, we've talked about some awesome pieces already, but now we're getting into the Nakate Jewelry Project. So Nakate Project, and we've had the founder on, Shanley. She is phenomenal, just a very, very smart person, and very creative in what she's doing to build this company. So it's not a nonprofit, but she purchases these pieces from artisans in Africa, and she imports them into the U.S. and then sells them through Nakate. And she makes high fashion pieces out of what artisans create in Africa, and I think it's just phenomenal to see the way that her company has grown over the year. And the pieces are so pretty too. They're fashion forward, trendy, and just something that you could wear even on a daily basis, which I really appreciate. And they're affordable too, which is nice. So make sure that you check that out. And again, I'll have all the links at youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com. So horse feather gifts is the next one. So we're still kind of in the jewelry range. But each piece of jewelry I thought was a really unique story behind it. And again, getting back into these holiday gifts, everything has a nice story behind it that you've all recommended to us too. And make sure, if you're watching this, add your comment into the video to tell us what your holiday picks are. If you have a company that you think would be a perfect gift, make sure that you add the link over to that too. But Horse Feather Gifts is recommended by Tiffany Silverberg, and it's a mom and daughter company that is, again, kind of like the Amanda Pearl pieces. They're featured in OK Magazine, on celebrities, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's something that's very unique. I believe it's handmade, and it's gorgeous. And so thank you so much, Tiffany, for letting us know about that company. It's awesome. And so, Tiffany, if you have any more information about, thank you so much, Sandy. I'll have to check out your manifesto poster too. So if if Tiffany has any other information she wants to include about the horse feather gifts, make sure you check that on Tiffany. But otherwise, I think that's a fantastic piece. So the next one is a Lovely Gal Posh. It's a Leaves of Wisdom toggle necklace. Lovely Gal Posh is in the Bootstrap Book Club, and that's how I found out about her. And I just thought this piece was so pretty, and it has a nice tree. Nice, I think it's in copper is what the metal is. Yeah, it's a beautiful copper tone. So I was really impressed with that. So thank you so much for doing that. And the Bootstrap Book Club is a great community to be in because there's a lot of women doing interesting things in there. So again, make sure you check out that. So the next one is Vestique. It's in, I believe, on the East Coast. And it's 2 young female entrepreneurs that started this boutique, and they sell online. And I just thought the clothes on here, they're cute, they're affordable. And again, it's a story that you can tell. So you didn't just go to Forever 21 or whatever it is. If you gift someone something, or if you wear something and someone says that they like it, there's just something nice about being able to say, oh yeah, it was made by X, Y, and Z, and it does this, and this is the story behind it. I always get excited about that. I don't know about you guys. So let's go ahead and move on. And yeah, so Tiffany's saying that the horse feathers gifts are all handmade, and the one that we shared is logo based. Oh my gosh. So they'll put your logo in the piece. So make sure that you check out Horse Feathers. That's so cool. Very smart. If spouses, boyfriends, moms and dads are watching, that would be a fun gift to give. All right, so we're almost done with the fashion. We've got 2 more, and then we're going to go on to vacation, health, food, and tech. So we've got Rent the Runway. A lot of you already know about it, but if you have a holiday party coming up, don't forget, plan ahead. This is something that you should go ahead and schedule right now. If you have a holiday party, so you can wear something gorgeous, flashy, fun, and not have to pay $300 for it. You can just pay the rental fee of something like $50, $75, that type of a thing, and still look amazing for photographs later. And I know a lot of you are doing things like we have Girl Power Hour out here in the Seattle area. They always do a red carpet, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So events like that are perfect for Rent the Runway when you're a young female entrepreneur. So the last one in fashion is Fair Frou Frou. I always love to give a shout out to these women because I think they're fantastic. Absolutely love them. It's a mother-daughter team out in the Los Angeles area. I believe they're out in Hollywood or I should make sure I check, but I like the Bandu, that piece. It's a lingerie boutique, and they get shopped at by a number of celebrities in the Los Angeles area, but they have an online boutique too. So again, I just love the story behind it. It's a mother-daughter team that came together and created this boutique, and it's grown. And if you're going to buy something like that, I think it's fun to be able to tell the story behind it. So again, Fair Frou Frou lingerie. So getting into vacation, we just got 2 for this. Crispy Bikinis. They were at YFECon. They spoke at YFECon. Again, a mother-daughter team out of the Los Angeles area. Hopefully you guys that are in YFE LA, hopefully you can meet up with them because they're awesome. Christina does an amazing job of marketing these products, and my pick for this one is the peacock print just because I think it's very unique. I haven't seen it a lot of their suits are incredibly unique, where if someone sees it, they definitely would ask you, where did you get that? And you're able to tell them the story about how Christina posted a picture of her mom modifying a Monster Energy shirt onto MySpace, and Monster Energy actually contacted them, and then the bikini business was born out of that. It was just, I love their story. It really is amazing. So make sure that you check out Crispy Bikinis, especially if you're going on vacation or if you want to gift someone something fun. Check it out. So Virgin Elevate program is another one. If you're going on vacation or flying anywhere, checking out different programs like this. And again, they're not paying me to talk about this. I just think I always get excited when I get emails in my inbox from them that talks about new specials that they run. And right now, so many of the airlines are doing these specials where if you buy it before X amount of date or this date, you can fly before this date at a cheaper price. So make sure that you check that out. Health. This is my one health piece. I had a huge list of health items and products and programs that I could put into this, but I chose one because I absolutely love them, and I also kind of secretly want my husband to watch this so he can get me one. But it's Zweet Sport. They have so it's zweetsport.com, ZWEET sport.com. And they have a sports bra that is super cute. And they have these cute scrunch shorts too. I love them, and I think that another yoga person who does yoga or hot yoga would absolutely love them. But for someone that just goes in the gym and like wears sports bras around the house, I thought that was the cutest thing. And so I asked them, I emailed them after I was looking around at their site. I follow them on Instagram, which you all should too. So they had this scarf that goes around the neck. It's like, I don't know if it's a circle scarf or what it was, but it was gorgeous. And it was a print that kind of matches their fun, flashy, colorful prints that they do on the capris too. They have these really cute capris too. And it's reversible. And so I asked them, and it turns out that it's going to be out at the end of December, shipping for December. So you can contact them. And I think they were saying it's $48 is the price. I hope I wasn't supposed to quote that, but they're really cute. So make sure that you check out zweetsport.com. And it's two young female entrepreneurs that had a passion for hot yoga and didn't have that, found a need, and they met it, or they filled it. So I thought it was fantastic. And they're just a good company to support. So two more, food. I have two products for that, even though there's a host of a million different things that I could go into. The first one is the Best Darn Kettle Corn, because I am excited. Again, well, hopefully my husband isn't watching this, but my husband loves popcorn, like kettle corn. He has some kind of weird thing about it, and I think a lot of you have bought people this or made it for them for the holidays, where it's kind of like a hostess gift. Best Darn Kettle Corn they actually are doing, so this is a big congratulations to them. Make sure that you guys tweet out to them. And one of you that's in the chat, I'm sure, knows her Twitter handle, and I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's Best Darn Kettle Corn, and they have the best flavors. So they have, if you go through the images, there's like cake something. No, but their grand opening is tomorrow, so make sure that you guys congratulate them on that. But they have like a cake flavor, they have chocolate and marshmallow, and it's just so fun. Yeah, the birthday kettle corn, yum, super yum. Cinnamon bun surprise, and look, it's only $9 on sale. It's crazy. So make sure that you check it out. And yeah, Stacey Harris is saying that it's a fun gift for clients or team members too. Totally agree with you. And Zweet Sports, she's actually saying it was a snap reversible scarf. What? Oh, how fun. Yeah, super excited about that. So make sure that you subscribe to their blog too, because they have a pretty active blog over at zweetsportblog.com. So we're just going to go ahead and finish up with a couple more. The last food one is Kate's Thoughts for Foods. It's a meal plan. So this one I picked out because there's a low-calorie option, which I know a number of young women and mothers especially are still on kind of a low-calorie kind of kick. So it's not necessarily raw or vegan or anything like that, but they just want to make sure that the meals that they plan are not going to be heavily fatty, that kind of a thing. And so Kate, this was something, again, that was recommended by Tiffany Silverberg, and Kate's also a military spouse, too, and I think she's just phenomenal. She's really sweet. And for just $6, you get a meal plan where you can go to the grocery store and make food, and you don't have to really think about the research behind it. You just know that it's going to be something that's going to fulfill you, that's going to fill you, and not make you gain a lot of weight. So the last one is with tech. So just to kind of close everything up, you guys, thank you so much for being on the live show. Again, these gift guides are always some of our most watched shows. But they take a little bit of work, and they tend to go a little longer. So make sure that you check out youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com to get all the links. The last one is the Parallels desktop. I added this in just because, well, first of all, Parallels is a company that we use for our hosting company. They do the Plus Control Panel and Web Presence Builder, but they have this desktop piece. Whereas if you use, I know a number of you do this, and this is why I included it. You're all just getting your MacBook Pros now. You're getting the desktop computers, and you've all used PCs forever. And so what this does is it turns your Mac into a Windows PC. So you could still have, exactly what you get the flashy, fun hardware, and then you can still be able to open up your Office documents, or if you have any kind of software that you need to make sure. So if you're like a graphic designer that also has her QuickBooks in a Windows format, you can still open it up. And it's a very low fee, and it's a good product. So make sure that you check that out. So again, thank you so much for watching live and for testing out this YFE chat /livecast /whatever chat hybrid show. Oh, did I totally miss out on the touts? You guys, you should be reminding me. So we've got, if you go to tout.com and you can do, again, I'm not getting paid by them. They're not making us do this, but I just think it's the coolest. As somebody that loves video, 15-second tout out videos. We've got a couple. One's from Stacy, who's our Phoenix City Coordinator. Very excited about Stacy. She's always very active in the community, and her business is amazing. She's a mother, and so we've got one from her, and we've got one from Carissa. But if you want to go to tout.com, record a 15-second video, use the hashtag YFETV. I've made sure that I contacted Tout to let them know that we're going to be doing this so that they can watch for us and try and push our content as much as they can. But let's go ahead and hear a couple messages from the Tout outs that we have and do your own next week.
PHX. Hey, it's Stacey Harris from Hit the Mic Marketing, and I am also the City Coordinator for YFE Phoenix, and I wanted to let you know that YFE Phoenix will be having our first event in January. I'm really excited, so follow the hashtag YFEPHX. Hey, it's Stacey Harris from
I am Carissa Dunphy, the host of the Small Businesses Do It Better show, where we interview small business owners and find out everything they've learned about running their small business. We also feature products on the show, so come check it out at smallbusinessesdoitbetter.com.
So, again, thank you guys so much for sending out the tout-outs. Hopefully we'll have a few more next week. Use the hashtag YFETV. Go to tout.com, 15-second video, super easy, and you can get your message communicated. And we do them usually at the beginning of the show, but next time at the beginning of the show for sure. So again, you've been watching the Young Female Entrepreneurs live show that happens every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. Find us on iTunes or on YouTube, or go to youngfemaleentrepreneurs.com to get all the links. Thank you so much for showing up live. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you back here next week.